Good morning to all. Welcome to class 12th economics. We are doing chapter national income and today we have to start a new topic, calculation of national income. In the last class we had discussed the aggregates, that how to reach from one aggregate to another, where I told you that for reaching to any aggregate we have to just take care of three things. The very first thing we have to take in mind is whatever we have to calculate, we have to just write it on the left hand side, and whatever aggregate is given we have to write it on the right hand side. For example, GDP-MP we have to calculate. So GDP-MP we are going to write on the left hand side, and NDP-FC is given, that we will be writing on the right hand side. Second thing we have to keep in mind, we'll be using the formula right to left. राइट टू लेफ्ट मीन्स कि हमें राइट वाले को चेंज करना है लेफ्ट में. तो सपोज राइट पे एनडीपीएफसी था और लेफ्ट में जीडीपी एमपी था, तो एन को चेंज करने पड़ेगा जी में, है ना. तो राइट वुड बी चेंज टू लेफ्ट. सेकंड फॉर्मूला ये ध्यान रखना है. एंड द थर्ड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग वी हैव टू कीप इन माइंड, दोस थ्री गोल्डन रूल्स दैट आई टोल्ड यू. शिफ्टिंग फ्रॉम ग्रॉस टू नेट. Secondly, shifting from FC to MP or MP to FC, or even shifting from domestic product to national product or national product to domestic product. Clear? So these things we have to keep in our mind, because without this we will not, it is not possible to solve any of the question of the chapter national income. So we have to take care of this thing, right? इसको हमें देखना ही पड़ेगा easily. We have to solve it accordingly. So as I told you, we were doing the chapter national income. Today we are starting a very new topic and very important topic. Why this topic is important, which we are just going to start, because out of the 10 marks of national income in CBSE board, the calculation of national income with the two methods which we will learn today comes for 6 marks. Yes, it comes for 6 marks. That means one numerical, is one numerical fixed from national income for 6 marks? My answer will be yes. It is like 99% fixed that one numerical of 6 marks will be there in your exam. Definitely will be there in your exam, and that too for of course 6 marks, as I am telling you. So of course it's a very important topic that you have to take care of while calculating national income, right? So the screen is set now. The first thing I would like you to add, or just to write please, a few points regarding this national income. Please make a heading, all of you please make a heading, calculation of domestic and national income. Please write down calculation of domestic and national income, and write one point there, any aggregate. Please write any aggregate can be calculated, any aggregate can be calculated by three methods. Any aggregate can be calculated by three methods. Income method first, income method. Second, expenditure method. And third, value added method. Income method, expenditure method, and third, value added method. Now please write, the domestic income aggregate is, the domestic incomes aggregate is, income apostrophe s, domestic incomes aggregate is NDPFC. NDPFC. whereas the national income aggregate is whereas the national income aggregate is NNPFC. NNPFC. Thira, I have just told about 2 points that we are first of all we are going to start the domestic income calculation or national income calculation in today's class. We'll start that, and I've just told 1 point only till now, that domestic income, if the question asks us calculate the domestic income, then what we need to calculate, we need to calculate NDPFC. ठीक, यानी कि domestic incomes aggregate is NDPFC. Whenever question asks us to calculate the domestic income, we need to calculate the NDPFC. And whenever question asks us to calculate the national income, जब भी question हमें कहेगा calculate the national income, we have to calculate NNPFC. NNPFC. So these two aggregates you have to keep in your mind. I hope this point is clear though. Okay, moving further. The next point arises how to calculate the national income. Now please make the heading, next heading, income method of calculating the national income. Income method of calculating the national income. Income method of calculating the national income. Now please see to it. I'm just going to write the formula that how to calculate the national income from income method. So just please see to it. First of all, I'm talking about the income method of calculating the national income. When I talk about the income method of calculating the national income, we simply say that with income method, first of all, with income method, we will be getting NDPFC. NDPFC. That means with the income method, first of all, NDPFC will be calculated. NDPFC will be calculated. This is very, very important point. Please note down. Whenever you are following the income method, जब भी आप income method follow करोगे, NDPFC will be calculated. All right. NDPFC will be calculated by default. And now tell me what is NDPFC? I have just told you that what is NDPFC. So whenever you are using the income method, what by default will be calculated first? I have just told you what is NDPFC. NDPFC is domestic income. Very good, Harshita, Aditya Verma, Thira. So domestic income. Yes, बाकी भी answer दे रहे हैं. I can't take all names, please. जो first दो तीन दिखते हैं, I just take those names. So NDPFC or domestic income will be calculated first whenever you are using the income method. पहला point तो ये हमेशा mind में रखना. Whenever we are using the income method, NDPFC or domestic income will be calculated by default. Now how it will be calculated? We have to see this, how it will be now calculated. कैसे ये calculate होता है? Now it will be calculated as, when we say that how it will be calculated, now it will be calculated as where we are getting, it will be calculated as by taking three things. First thing we have to take is compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income of self-employed. So I think you can see this. Three things we have to take while calculating the domestic income from income method. First, compensation of employees, even which we call COE, short form, compensation of employees. If I am an employer, मैं employer हूँ. Who is an employer? Who basically appoints someone else for the work. So I am an employer and you are an employee. आप एक employee हो. So ultimately, if I am an employer and you are an employee, you are working under my guidance, you are working under my guidelines. So whatever work I am providing you, you are doing it for me. That means you are doing job for me, right? So definitely you expect something in return because you are doing job. Then definitely you expect some of the amount in return, that you should get something in return. Thus, that something which an employer provides to the employee is the compensation of employees. That means whenever one employer hires somebody for the job and he gets the service of that concerned person, that employee, for the job position, then employer need to give something to that employee. क्योंकि वो काम कर रहे हैं ना, employee काम कर रहे हैं आपके लिए, तो आपको कुछ तो उसको देना पड़ेगा. तो क्या दोगे आप? जो दोगे दैट वुड बी टर्म्ड एज कंपनसेशन ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज, कि वो एम्प्लॉइज का कंपनसेशन है. एम्प्लॉय एक्सपेक्ट दैट बिकॉज ही इज डूइंग जॉब फॉर यू. सो व्हाट विल बी इन द कंपनसेशन? इफ आई ऐड अप हियर, what will be in the compensation of employee? In the compensation of employees there can be the two things. दो चीजें हो सकती है बेटे compensation of employees में. First, wages and salaries. Of course, if I am working, so I'll get wages and salaries, right? But not only wages and salaries, there can be even social security contribution. Social security contribution of employees, which means there will be the two things in the compensation of employees. The first will be the wages and salaries. Yani ki the very first thing that the employee may get is wages and salaries under compensation of employee. Wages and salaries. Wages and salaries can be in cash form, or even wages and salaries can be in the other form, which means non-cash or any kind form, right? So dono chalega. Second thing that can be there in the compensation of employee is social contribution of employers. Social security contribution of employers. Now what is social security contribution of employer? देखिए काफी सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में प्रोविडेंट फंड होता है ना? प्रोविडेंट फंड में क्या होता है कि जितना आपकी सैलरी है, जितनी मेरी एम्प्लॉय की सैलरी है, सपोज मेरी सैलरी अगर 20,000 रुपीज है, तो 20,000 रुपीज का कुछ परसेंटेज मेरी सैलरी में से एम्प्लॉयर काट के अपने पास रख लेगा. सपोज 2,000, 10% उसने अपने पास रख लिया और प्रोविडेंट फंड के अंदर डाल दिया. तो मुझे बाय हैंड तो 18,000 रुपए मिला, 18,000 मिला, बट 2,000 रुपीज जो है वो प्रोविडेंट फंड पीएफ के अंदर हैव बीन केप्ट बाय द एम्प्लॉयर फ्रॉम माय सैलरी. सेम वे मेरी सैलरी के ऊपर अलग से 2,000 रुपीज एम्प्लॉयर भी डालेगा प्रोविडेंट फंड के अंदर. दैट मीन्स इन द प्रोविडेंट फंड एवरी मंथ 4,000 रुपीज आर गोइंग. 2,000 from the employees part and 2,000 extra other than the salary from the employer's part. So that employer part which I'm getting extra, that is the social security contribution of employer, would be the part of compensation of employees only. क्योंकि आप एम्प्लॉय हैं उसके, तभी तो वो आपको दे रहे, नहीं तो क्यों देगा वो. ठीक. तो उसके अलावा देयर कैन बी बोनस, सोशल सिक्योरिटी में देयर कैन बी ग्रेचुटी, देयर कैन बी द रिटायरमेंट और रिट्रेंचमेंट बेनिफिट्स, ये सब चीजें भी हो सकती हैं. बट इन द न्यूमेरिकल क्वेश्चन व्हाट यू विल ऑब्जर्व इज compensation of employee would be given in the two form only: wages and salaries, social security contribution of employers, right? एक चीज ध्यान रखनी है, अगर तो न्यूमेरिकल while solving the numerical you are watching out कि compensation of employees अपने इसी नाम से दिया हुआ है, where you are saying you can easily see that compensation of employee is given as 20,000 rupees सीधा सीधा, तो you will take the compensation of employees only into the numerical. But if you observe that compensation of employees is not given in question, then you have to see whether its parts are given. क्या उसके parts दिए हुए हैं? parts में फिर check करो क्या दोनों parts दिए हुए हैं. या एक ही पार्ट दिया हुआ है? अगर दोनों पार्ट्स दिए हुए तो दोनों का सम करके दैट विल बी सीओई. If only one part is given, then only that will be COE. All right. So you have to ultimately get to know about the compensation of employee. If it is directly given, well and good. If it is not directly given, then you have to go for its parts. अगर दोनों चीजें दी हुई हैं, parts भी दिए हुए हैं, compensation of employees भी दिया हुआ है, तो tell me what we have to do. Write in the chat box. If both the things are there, compensation of employees 20,000, wages and salaries 5,000, social security contribution by employer 2,000. What I'm going to do? Definitely, Toshit, I'm going to add only compensation of employee. Nishtha, we are not going to add them all. No, because we ultimately require compensation of employees. अगर compensation of employees 20,000 already दिया हुआ है उसी नाम से, तो why I will go to the parts? I will not go to the parts. I will only take the compensation of employees. बड़े ध्यान से करना होता है इसका न्यूमेरिकल. ऐसी थोड़ी ना 6 मार्क्स आपको मिल जाएंगे और कंफर्म्ड कि 6 मार्क्स में ये वाला न्यूमेरिकल आना ही आना है जब. सो यू हैव टू जस्ट बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान से इसको करने की जरूरत है, right? So again I'm telling you, you have to just take compensation of employees. If the compensation of employees is given to you, then no need to add any of the part. If the compensation of employees is not given with this name, then you have to go and add the parts. चाहे वो एक part है तो वो एक ही part रहेगा, दो parts हैं तो दोनों parts को add up कर दो and you will get the compensation of employees. I hope so the compensation of employee part is clear in the domestic income, that while calculating the while calculating the national income or any aggregate from the income method, first NDPFC, that is the domestic income, will be calculated, and it will be calculated by adding up three elements, and the first element is compensation of employees. Kindly show me your thumb or just write in the chat box if it is clear to all compensation part, or just write the doubt in the chat box so that I'll be taking doubt as well. Okay, Kushi is saying clear. Okay, all right. So, ठीक है. Moving further, Webher, Mahek. Okay, fine. Moving further to the next point. After the compensation of employees, the second element that we need to take in the income method is operating surplus. What I'm saying, operating surplus. Now, the point arises, what is operating surplus? देखिए, operating surplus basically includes 4 points. Operating surplus, that includes income from 4 points. कौन से? It includes rent plus interest plus royalty plus profits. So operating surplus includes 4 elements again. That means if the question is specifying operating surplus 10,000, I will be directly taking the operating surplus amount. But if I observe that operating surplus is not given in the question, right? Operating surplus is not given in the question, then we need to calculate it. 4 things we have to add up to find out the operating surplus. The first is rent. Rent, we already are aware of that. What is rent? Rent is basically the amount which we get after providing the ownership of land and building. Basically kind of that जब मैंने कोई अपना land and building किसी को rental कर दिया, I have just given it for use for some time and I'm earning the income, that is the rent. We are all aware of that. The second is interest. What is interest? Interest is basically the amount that we receive for lending funds to a production unit. मैंने किसी भी production unit को, किसी भी firm को, किसी को मैंने loan दिया, ठीक है, कुछ amount, कुछ money lend किया, and what interest I am earning is basically the interest. ठीक, जो amount I am earning out of that lending is the interest. Then royalty. रॉयल्टी में होता है कि जब भी हम कोई सबसॉइल एसेट किसी को यूज करने के लिए देते हैं एंड वी आर गेटिंग द इनकम फ्रॉम दैट सबसॉइल एसेट, like income on Indian economy on the eve of independence, जमींदारी सिस्टम was being followed there, right? जमींदारी सिस्टम जो उसके अंदर फॉलो होता था, वहां पे क्या करता था जमींदार? He was providing his asset to the farmers, to the tillers. Now tillers were doing all work on that land and they were giving some production, वो जो भी प्रोडक्शन करते थे, they were giving that production to जमींदार, or they were giving the rent to जमींदार that there, that is known as the royalty. जब भी हमको एक सबसॉइल एसेट जो कंप्लीट आपकी होती है बट आप किसी को हायर करके उसमें काम करने के लिए, यूज करने के लिए दे देते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं रॉयल्टी का दूं, तो लाइक ओनर्स ऑफ मिनरल डिपॉजिट लाइक कोल, आयरन ओर, नेचुरल गैस, वो क्या करते हैं, दे कैन अर्न इनकम बाय गिविंग राइट्स ऑफ माइनिंग टू द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स. आपने भारत मूवी में भी देखा होगा ना, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स को माइनिंग राइट्स दे देते हैं और उससे जो है इनकम अर्न करते हैं. दैट इज बेसिकली द रॉयल्टी. So in the operating surplus, first we need to take the rent, second interest, third royalty, and fourth profit. Profit तो आपको पता ही है, for doing any of the productive service. कोई भी productive service के बाद जो हम earn करते हैं business के अंदर, that is our profit. So my second point again, if operating surplus is basically given in the question with the name operating surplus, then you need to take only that operating surplus only. If the operating surplus is not given in the question, then you have to add up these elements. अब हो सकता है एक ही element दिया हो, दो दिए हो, तीन दिए हो या चारों दिए हो, right? So I have to add up all these elements and I will be getting the operating surplus. I hope this point is clear. But one star point related to profit I must tell you again. एक पॉइंट प्रॉफिट से रिलेटेड है. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू टेल यू दैट प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल्स टू, प्रॉफिट में कुछ तीन चीजें आती हैं, यानी कि इफ प्रॉफिट इज गिवन डायरेक्टली तो प्रॉफिट ले लो, बट इफ प्रॉफिट इज नॉट गिवन तो हमें प्रॉफिट के भी एलिमेंट्स देखने होंगे. प्रॉफिट के क्या एलिमेंट्स है? द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट ऑफ प्रॉफिट इज कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स. कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स, कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स क्यों? क्योंकि प्रॉफिट जितना भी हम कमाते हैं सबसे पहले हम टैक्स ही प्रोवाइड करते हैं. तो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इज कॉर्पोरेट टैक्स. देन द सेकंड एलिमेंट इज डिविडेंड. सेकंड एलिमेंट इज डिविडेंड एंड द थर्ड एलिमेंट इज रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स. रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स और सेविंग्स, राइट? सो ये चीज ध्यान रखनी है बिल्कुल आपने, दैट इफ द प्रॉफिट इज गिवन तो सीधा सीधा प्रॉफिट होगा, but if the profit is not given then you have to add up these three elements of profit: corporate tax or with the name of profit tax, dividend and retained earnings. तीनों चीजों को add back करोगे, add up करोगे, you will get the profit. अब सपोज प्रॉफिट भी दिया हुआ है और उसके एलिमेंट्स भी दिए हुए हैं. व्हाट आई नीड टू डू? आई नीड टू टेक द प्रॉफिट ओनली, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक द एलिमेंट. व्हाई? बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली तो मुझे प्रॉफिट ही लेना होगा ना. मैं एलिमेंट्स क्यों लूं उसके? क्योंकि प्रॉफिट दिया हुआ है मुझे. बट इफ सपोज द प्रॉफिट इज नॉट गिवन देन आई हैव टू गो फॉर द एलिमेंट्स. फिर मुझे देखना पड़ेगा क्या एक एलिमेंट दिया है, दो दिए हैं, तीनों दिए हैं. तीनों दिए हो, चाहे दो दिए हो, चाहे एक दिया हो, जो एलिमेंट दिया होगा वही प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा. अगर प्रॉफिट नहीं दिया तो. I hope the second point, operating surplus, is also clear, that after the compensation of employees, after the compensation of employees, we have to just go for the operating surplus. हमें operating surplus पे जाना है after the compensation of employees. Now what we have to do in the operating surplus? In the operating surplus, we have to just add up the four elements: rent, interest, profit and royalty. रेंट दिया है, रेंट लो, इंटरेस्ट लो, रॉयल्टी लो एंड प्रॉफिट के थ्री एलिमेंट्स लो इफ प्रॉफिट इज नॉट गिवन. बट इफ यू फाइंड इन क्वेश्चन कि आपको जो मेन चीज चाहिए, देखो ध्यान रखना बेटे, ये मेन चीज है. if main cheese is already given, if the main thing is already given along with the parts, then no need to take the parts, take the main thing only. But if you fail to get the main thing with the main name in the question, in the numerical, then you have to go for the parts only. I hope this is clear to all of you. I hope this is clear to all of you. Please, Shubhangi is saying, sir, rent or royalty में क्या difference है? Shubhangi, when we explain rent, we simply say that rent is the part of national income which arises from ownership of land and building, like rental income, right? But when we talk about the royalty, royalty is basically the income received for granting leasing rights of subsoil assets. जब हम leasing rights दे देते हैं, so royalty is by providing the leasing rights. But यहाँ पर ऐसा rent में leasing right का या lease agreement का ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होता. वहाँ पे हम लोग कुछ सालों के लिए काम करने के लिए लीज पे दे देते हैं और हम लोग उनसे कहते हैं कि ठीक है आप रॉयल्टी देते रहो हम लोग को, मतलब आप काम करते रहो 5-7 साल, लीज दे दिया मैंने आपको और मुझे बदले में रॉयल्टी देते रहो उसके लिए. लेकिन रेंट का मतलब रॉयल्टी से डिफरेंट है, बिकॉज रेंट के अंदर वी आर नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग एनी लीजिंग एग्रीमेंट और लीजिंग राइट. मैं कभी भी उससे खाली करवा सकता हूँ एनी टाइम, राइट। रेंट के अंदर तो कभी, और वो साथ में कोई सबसॉइल एसेट भी नहीं है। जैसे जमींदार क्या करते थे, वो उनका अपना ही एसेट रहता था, जो उनका एग्रीकल्चरल फार्मलैंड होता था वो उनका अपना ही रहता था, बस वो काम करने के लिए वर्कर्स हायर करके उनको देते थे, हायर करते थे वहां पे। रेंट में हम हायर थोड़ा ना करते हैं। अगर मैंने रेंट में किसी को देना है तो वो तो इज अ काइंड ऑफ बिजनेस वेयर आई एम नॉट हायरिंग एनीबडी, राइट। So any other doubt by anyone, or I shall move? Okay. Third, mixed income of self-employed. As you can see, third, mixed income of self-employed. If I talk about this mixed income of self-employed, ये जो mixed income of self-employed है हमारा, this is very very simple, because in the mixed income of self-employed we simply get the those incomes which are generated by own account workers, like income of farmers, barbers, like income of retail traders, small shopkeepers, जितना भी सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड बिजनेस में लोग होते हैं उनकी जो इनकम होती है ना, वो सब आपकी आ जाती है मिक्स्ड इनकम के अंदर। आप देखो, कंपनसेशन में एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉय इनकम आ गई, ऑपरेटिंग सरप्लस में सारा बिजनेस इनकम आ गया, और मिक्स्ड इनकम के अंदर आ गया बेसिकली सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड, सेल्फ अकाउंट वर्कर्स। although it is also a kind of business because but it is a very vast kind of, because छोटा छोटा बहुत बिजनेस होता है, तो हम सबको अलग अलग नहीं लिख सकते। वी सिंपली राइट मिक्स्ड इनकम ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड। और खुशी की बात यह है, फॉर्चुनेटली आपको जानकर खुशी होगी कि मिक्स्ड इनकम ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड का कोई भी फर्दर एलिमेंट नहीं है। देयर इज नो फर्दर एलिमेंट ऑफ मिक्स्ड इनकम ऑफ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड। You will get it with this name only. Either only mixed income will be written, or mixed income of self employed will be written in the question, and you will just get it with this name only, right? So I hope that income method is clear to everybody. Now see, next thing what we will do here, अगली चीज देखो हमने क्या करनी है इसके अंदर, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज वेरी सिंपल, दैट by adding up these three elements आपके पास सीधा सीधा आ गया NDPFC. Now suppose NNPFC you need to calculate, तो NNPFC that is national income मुझे निकालना था। Now suppose NNPFC you need to calculate, so NNPFC मैंने निकालना है, तो NNPFC will be written on the left hand side, and I have already got NDPFC. NDPFC मेरे को नेशनल इनकम मेथड से मिल गया। तो नाउ चेंज इट, जैसे मैंने बताया था, नेट से नेट तो कुछ नहीं करना, डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट से नेशनल प्रोडक्ट, व्हाट आई नीड टू डू, आई नीड टू ऐड NFIA, and FC to FC will be same. So this way when you add NDPFC plus NFIA you will be getting the NNPFC or any other aggregate. मान लो NDPFC तो इनकम मेथड से निकाल लिया, बट यू नीड टू कैलकुलेट समथिंग एल्स। आपको निकालना था GNP-MP। ओके, GNP-MP क्वेश्चन ने पूछा है इनकम मेथड से, ठीक, जिसमें आपने इनकम मेथड से उसने क्वेश्चन ने पूछा GDP-MP, जिसमें आपने ऑलरेडी इनकम मेथड से NDPFC तो निकाल लिया, तो जो निकाल लिया उसे राइट हैंड साइड पे रखा, जो निकालना है उसे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे रखा। नाउ चेंज विद द 3 golden rules. Net to gross, of course I have to add depreciation. Then domestic product to national product, I have to add NFIA. Then factor cost to market price, I have to add what? Factor cost to market price, net indirect taxes. I hope this is clear to all. I think अभी सबको clear है, so ये हटा दूं white board. I think you all have noted. I'm giving you 1 minute. You can note down. If you have not noted yet, you can note down now. Giving you 1 minute. Please note down. Then I'll remove this whiteboard. I know बेटे, getting numerical ये बहुत difficult होता है, मुझे पता है, लेकिन please ये हमारे पास एक लौता चारा है इस टाइम पे, क्योंकि जितना ज्यादा हम इसको बेटर बना के कर पाएंगे इस टाइम पे उतना ही बेटर, अदरवाइज सिलेबस बहुत डिले हो जाएगा। एंड सेकेंडली बोर्ड जो है CBSE ने अभी तक तो it has not reduced the syllabus, so we are not even hoping that 12th syllabus will be reduced. So no doubt we have to manage this way only. I think everybody has noted, हटा दूं whiteboard, Shall I remove? No, Tushar. Okay, fine. So I think it is clear to all of you. Now, before going further to other topic, I would like to know that what have you all understood in today's class. So Vaibhav, you are going to repeat the complete topic which we have covered today. Uske baad I'll be going for the next topic today only. Vaibhav, you are unmuted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In today's topic, we understand the calculation of national income. In the exam, it will come for 6 marks. First, calculation of domestic and national income. We can calculate it by three golden rules, and they have three methods: income method, expenditure method, and value added method. The domestic income aggregate in NDPFC, whereas the national income aggregates in NNPFC. In first national income, we have to calculate in the income method. NDPFC equals to compensation of employees plus operating surplus plus mixed income of self-employed.
Okay.
In compensation of employees, wages and salaries will be added with social security contribution of employees. But if in the question the compensation of employees is given, then we will not anticipate the other elements, and we will calculate it by the compensation of reserves mainly.
Okay.
And in operating surplus, we will the elements are rent, interest, royalty, and profits. And the profits elements are corporate tax plus dividend plus retained earnings. And in mixed income of self employed, there are no elements. We will calculate it by the main element. um, and example, GDP NP
Hmm.
equals to, we will calculate NDPFC, like we will calculate in by the national income method, and we will add depreciation, NFIA plus NIT.
Okay. So I think it's clear to almost clear to everybody that whenever we have to find out the income or any aggregate, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा NNPFC, but any aggregate. That can be GDPMP, that can be GNPFC. 8 aggregates we have studied. तो कोई भी aggregate निकालने को अगर question कहता है, what we need to do is just simple. We have to follow the income method. If we have to follow the income method, then we will simply get the NDPFC by adding three elements: compensation of employees, operating surplus, and mixed income. Right? So now I'm sharing the screen. Let's see. I have already sent this to you yesterday on your group. So taking that again only, just the explanation of the topic which we have covered today. Domestic income, NDPFC will be calculated by by income method first, by taking up the three main elements: COE, OS, and MI. The first is compensation of employees, which I have already told you. What I need to, ये तो सब explain कर चुका हूँ मैं. What I need to show you is the basically the chart. ये इसको देखो जरा एक बार. So national income is equals to domestic income plus NFIA, है ना? Because this is NNPF MP, sorry, NNPFC. So NNPFC will be equals to NDPFC और domestic से national पे जाने के लिए plus NFIA. ठीक? NFIA में elements देखने की जरूरत नहीं है because almost you will be getting the same NFIA in the question. उसके elements इतने नहीं आते. Domestic income, you have to see this: operating surplus, mixed income, and compensation of employees. These three things you have to take while calculating the income or any other aggregate from the income method, where we need to take the three elements for sure. That is income, that is compensation of employees, operating surplus, and mixed income. Right? So I'll be taking the numerical tomorrow, where I'll tell you the numericals about numericals, जिसके अंदर numerical के अंदर इसी पे white board पे solve करके मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा numerical, that how we have to actually solve the numerical by income method. हम लोग एक दो numericals की practice करेंगे कल, and then we'll start with the expenditure method also, which is the another method of national income calculation. And I must tell you, the question which was I was talking about, that it comes for 6 marks. It is basically 3 marks are allotted for the income method there, and 3 marks are allotted for the expenditure method there. That means in the same numerical you have to solve the or to get the aggregate by 2 methods in the same numerical. One method, एक मेथड आपने जो लेना है, दैट इज द इनकम मेथड, अदर विल बी द एक्सपेंडिचर. एंड याद रखना, फॉर द सेम एग्रीगेट आंसर शुड बी सेम. इफ योर आंसर मैचेस, अगर आंसर मैच हो जाता है देन डेफिनेटली योर दैट वुड बी करेक्ट. अगर आंसर मैच नहीं होता तो यू विल बी इन अ प्रॉब्लम, यानी कि आपने गलत किया है. दोनों मेथड से आंसर मैच करना जरूरी है. सो इट्स क्लियर. Today Meenu ma'am will tell you about the examination, that how we are going to conduct the exam. So kindly please listen to all these instructions very carefully. ठीक, तो उनको बिल्कुल सारी instructions को बहुत अच्छे से सुनना, because the marks have been allotted differently under different heads. ठीक है. So we'll start with the next topic tomorrow. Till then please revise the topic, and ये जो अभी आपने आज हमने किया है income method, please revise it and try to solve the numericals also. Bye.